Set. All right, from Bloomington Ice Gardens, it's the opener 2025 style. Tony Scott, Jeff Pappas, as the Anoka Tornadoes, the visitors to our right in the maroon and white with a record of 0-1, take on the Jefferson Jaguars, 2-0, 10-16 last season, but off to a 2-0 start this season and playing pretty well.
I'm expecting big things out of the Jags this year. I said it a few times on our podcast that they're kind of a little bit of a sleeping giant. They got 2 kids on the Elite League this year. Another kid, Braden Thomas, who I think should have been in the Elite League. They got great blue line help. They could do some damage this year.
All right, and they take on an Anoka team that lost to Duluth Marshall in its first game by 5-2. And in goal for Jefferson to our left, Evan Smolik, number 1, making his initial start of the campaign. And Landon Pender to our right for Anoka, same story with him. So he's getting a look here. Jefferson has 3 goaltenders dressed tonight and 15 skaters, so a little bit of a short bench, but we're underway and is controlled by Frankie Schmitz.
You're going to call his name a lot tonight, Mr. Pappas.
And we got a whistle after only 9 seconds of play.
Frankie's the kid that when he was 8 years old would act like he was 23, and I just ran into him today. He's 17. Now he's like 37. He's trading stocks on the New York Stock Exchange. A really sharp, smart kid.
Face-off coming up to the right of Pender. And the Jaguars control. Pass over to the right point. Sam Moore plays it down behind the net. And now the puck comes free, loose in front, and centered right through the crease. To the left point, it comes for Kovar. His shot is blocked. Follow-up, that goes wide from Moore. And now Jefferson sets it back up. Here's a shot that changes direction and winds up under the glove of Landon Pender. You know, the merger between the two Bloomington schools, I think, has been handled differently than a lot of other ones that I've seen.
What do you mean? I'd like to hear that.
What I mean is they are the Jaguars.
They are. They will always be the Jaguars.
And I mean, I can understand but most times when you see a merged program, you will see some sort of a Jefferson Kennedy sort of thing, but you don't see that here. There's a shot that goes wide from the faceoff, taken by.
There's
Darren
a lot. I'm from Bloomington. I kind of know a lot of the reasoning behind it. We'll save that for another podcast, okay?
I think it's an interesting story.
It is. It really is. I agree with you.
And Jefferson back in their zone. Schmitz. And wow. Comes up to center ice and then played back in by Logan Pender. And Landon Pender in goal. Logan Pender on
And then the head coach is a Pender.
Yes. And now the Tornadoes play it back in through Brady Roof, number 12, and it comes right to the blue line. And the Jaguars, Schmitz plays it to center pass. Anders Bjorklund, it comes all the way in. Jaguars get a change, and now a pass up the middle is stolen. Here's a shot that goes wide. Karam off the inboards as Logan Peterson had a poke at it right in front of the goal. Now it winds up off along the corner boards where Logan Pender goes behind the goal. Drager to center ice, and Landon Lafferty can't get in. Played into the Jaguar zone. A broken stick on the ice now as the shillelagh of Benjamin Ruppert wound up sundered in twain, and now it winds up behind the goal. The puck does, not the stick. Loose in front. Now off to the near boards, and Jefferson will pick it up and play out to center, and here's Cole Peterson. Comes in over the line, and then lost possession. Tornadoes get control, and they clear out to neutral ice. Chasing after it there is Ben Carlson, number 6, but he's headed off. Van Brunt for Jefferson. Nice move to free himself at center. Comes over the line. Van Brunt leaves a pass to the left a little bit too far for Dosen, and it winds up behind the goal. A centering pass is picked off in the circle, and the Tornadoes clear out to center ice. Laying loose there, and Van Brunt plays it back into the Jefferson zone and has it again at center, then fanned on a pass to the middle, and comes back and picks it up himself. Over the line, Van Brunt, you do it. Now he plays it into the corner. You want something done right, I guess you got to do it yourself as it comes to the high slot right to the line, and now the Tornadoes will clear out to center ice. And here over the line, it's offside. And we get a face-off as 26, Jacob Jones. That's one I don't have on the roster.
He's on the roster tonight, Mr. Papis.
Yes. That's the first few games are always kind of
a
chaotic
little bit sketchy, right?
Yes.
They haven't locked in on the goaltenders. They haven't locked in a lot of stuff.
Face-off at neutral ice. And Carson Nedlin for Anoka will draw against Braden Thomas, who had 2 goals in Jefferson's opening game win over Cloquet. Shot in from the draw by Charlie Jensen. Anoka, and winds up contested along the wall. Thomas forced back behind his net, and he goes down. And the puck will be played out to neutral ice and finally relayed into the zone by Logan Tofty, 23. Now a pass to the middle. That's going to be held in at the right point by Jake Basney, number 2. And it goes down to Thomas, who stops in the corner, centers it, comes up the slot, turn and shoot for Darren Donner, and that goes wide. Now to the right point for Basney. And Tornadoes trying to break out of the zone, finding the going tough there. And there's a solid shot thrown at the defense by Carlson. Puck comes back into the Jefferson zone, and Donner will play it back out to neutral ice. And then turned around and shot back in by Ben Chozas, number 21. Now winds up on the near side, and Jefferson breaks out up the middle. Van Brunt's pass is too far. It'll go the length of the ice, and that'll be icing on the Jaguars. 3 minutes, 54 seconds into the game. They have the only 2 shots, no score.
I think the Tornadoes have definitely shown that they have the capability to hang with them physically. We'll see if they can do it with their puck and stick as well.
Building process for Anoka, 6 wins last season.
This is Coach Bender's first year with the Tornadoes too, so got a huge room of improvement, but a great deal of history in the rink that they play in, just like the Jags have, and there's a foundation there of good hockey players from Anoka.
Now out to center, here's a pass to the left, and over the line comes Dosen, and he is forced wide behind the net by Logan Pender. Winds up in the circle, and Anoka will skate it out, and unable to control it is Lafferty. Now back to the defense. Logan Pender plays it ahead, and now it's taken right back in by Van Brunt, who's in deep, looks for a centering pass, takes a shot. Follow up, they score! And the Jaguars have the lead. It's 1-0, and it's Blake Dosen scoring the goal. And it's 1-0 Jefferson.
And that kid can play hockey, let me tell you. There's a long line of Dosen brothers in his household, and I think he's the best. And I know 2 of them are out at Army West Point watching tonight, going, Mr. Zolzol, be quiet, we're better than he is. Luke and Joey are at West Point. Isn't that cool? 2 brothers at West Point. They're going to graduate this year.
That's excellent. Over the line come the Jaguars again. And
did I say Luke? I meant Logan. His brother Luke's already graduated from the U. Twin brother.
Twin brother. How many are there?
There's 4 Dosen boys.
Okay.
And literally there's a marsh behind the parking lot right here.
Yep.
You could walk through the marsh and get to their home. They're Bloomington kids through and through.
Now a Anoka player, Carlson, is...
I think the stick got caught in the skate. And then therefore they got tangled up and got into a little scrum.
So it's Carlson for Anoka. You got a number on the...
High stick on Anoka, I think.
Jefferson player. 12.
Rupert.
Yep. And the time of the penalties will be 4 minutes and 55 seconds of the first period.
You know, really should be doing color commentary tonight is my wife, Debbie. She taught probably half or more of these kids at St. Stephen's preschool down the street. She definitely had Blake Dosen in her class. I can promise you that.
All right, up the near wing, and here's Bjorklund. He can't get out for Jefferson. Has to go back to the corner, plays it across for Basney. And an outlet pass to center ice, and here comes Thomas down the wing. Braden Thomas centers. And now a follow-up, and that from Schmitz goes off the traffic and wide. Okay, I couldn't hear the penalties, but...
high stick on Anoka and roughing on Jefferson.
Thank you. That is why you are who you are. And the Tornadoes try to break in. And Roof is taken to the boards and winds up going behind the goal. And here's Van Brunt again. Only 1 assist on that goal. Dosen from Mason Van Brunt. And now cleared rink wide. It comes to center ice. And Griffin Johnson plays it back in, but it's offside. So we get a face-off with 10:51 to go. All 5 shots in the game for Jefferson so far, and they lead it by a goal.
You know, Anoka does not have the flaming A on the front of their jersey, which is a little disappointing, but they do have it on the Breezers. But you know what? The whole color scheme is fantastic. I like it. They get the white trim, but the white helmet really pays it off. So nice job, Tornadoes, on the unis.
All right, it comes towards the near boards, and Logan Pender plays it ahead. Roof can't get it ahead. And now on into the zone comes Caden Larson. Forced wide, throws it across. Luca Ganucci, number 4, plays to the left point. Van Brunt holds, and now it's picked up by Dosen. Now 5 players along the boards, and it comes out to center, and the Tornadoes with a saucer pass to the near side, and Roof closing, and he can't get a shot away. Kind of a half chance there, but a nearly a 2-on-1 as the Jaguars clear, and here they come to center ice. Van Brunt shoots it in. And then the Jaguars will change all 5. 10 minutes to go in the first. It's 1-0 for Bloomington Jefferson here in the opener. 20-25 as Moore has a collision with Landon White, and they both fall. Now into the zone it comes, and that's going to be icing on Anoka. So we get a stoppage with 9:53 to go in the first period. We'll lug it back into the Tornado zone for the faceoff. And we're going to have the Anoka center dismissed from the faceoff. Jones on the near side. It's played all the way back down the ice, and no icing this time as Schmitz goes behind the goal and falls. There to help him out is Moore. And the puck played up the wing, and Bjorklund can't get it out of the zone. Back deep in the right corner, it's Moore. Plays it up the wall, and Bjorklund out to center ice, and now here's a race for it. And the Tornadoes will restore order at center ice. Here's Landon White, and he lost out. Thomas along the wing. Thomas plays it down behind the goal, comes out to the near side, and Chozas after it. And he will poke it ahead, and he can't get out. And here's Landon White again. Puck around to the right corner. And a hit thrown by Weinhold against Logan Tofty as the puck is picked up by Thomas in the slot. Thomas going to go around the defense and around Jacob Fancher. Now a centering pass, a shot right on, and a save made by Landon Pender. And now the puck is cleared all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Tornadoes, who still don't have a shot yet. We played 8-12 of the first period. A 1-0 score.
And they're not trending towards getting any shots either. They're definitely physical, but they're not making a lot of great passing plays. You know, they got to make those plays in order to make things happen.
It doesn't look like the speed of the game is harming them at all.
No.
It's just a matter of getting into it, doing the small things. Kovar. The high slot, lost it. It comes on out to center ice. It's controlled by Jones, and he plays it on in. Chasing after it is Rupert. Now Peterson along the boards, a centering pass. That's intercepted. A follow-up, and that goes wide of the net from Fancher. As the puck comes to the hash mark on the near side. And finally, it's controlled by Peterson for Jefferson. Plays out to center ice, and Caden Springer's there to play it right back in for the Tornadoes. He heads for the bench as they finish a change. 8:10 to go in the first. And now cleared behind the net. Anoka putting on a forecheck here, trying to find some time and space. Here's a shot from the boards.
There's your shot.
There it is. And it was Jones taking it. And goes all the way down the ice, and Jefferson is charged with icing for the first time tonight. 7:57 to go now in the opening period.
Now one will lead to another for the Tornadoes. And it was all set up by what we were just talking about. Puck movement, getting it going high-low there and getting it back to the point for that shot.
All right, face off to the left of the Jefferson goal. And the Jaguars control. They clear around to the near side for Larson, and that is held into the zone, but only briefly. Here's Doschenbach. Now Larson over the line. Caden Larson over skates and lost possession, but a nice play there by Darren Donner to keep the zone. And now here's a shot that caught the goalie high. Landon Pender knocks it off to the far boards on a big rebound, and now here comes Charlie Jensen back over the line for Anoka, and he takes a shot that's off the frame and comes to the near wall. Nedlund playing it down low for Anoka, and now it's cleared, and here comes Jefferson to center with Van Brunt. Over the line, Van Brunt, and Griffin Johnson with a sweep check knocks it behind the net. And now off to the near side it comes, and played back by Schmitz for Jefferson. Out to center, Schmitz in a battle with Jensen, and Schmitz has to retreat into his zone. Here's Schmitz playing it around Mortensen and into the Anoka zone. Under 7 minutes to go in the first period. And Anoka, now there's a pass to an open wing on the near side. That doesn't help. And here's Tofty. Finally it comes on out to center. And then shot back into the zone. Going after it for the Tornadoes is Logan Pender behind the goal. Tries the near side, hits the wing. And can they play it out? Yes, they do get it out of the zone. And now Anoka trying to play through center ice without success as Clayton Luke lost possession. Now a rink-wide pass to center ice and over the line for the Tornadoes. Ganucci trying to make something happen. Now loose to the blue line, and Schmitz for Jefferson plays it ahead over the line, and it's offside. So we got a face-off with 6:16 left.
A lot of energy on the rink right now, both teams, but not a lot getting done. You know, some 1 or 2 grade A chances for the Jags, and other than that, it's just a lot of lost pucks up the gut. Watch, there's both ways. There's defenders are cutting off lanes and not a lot of great chances.
Played into the Anoka zone, and Peterson after it for the Jaguars in the far corner. Now a centering pass by Larson comes to nothing. The left circle, but a nice intervention there by Peterson to hold the zone and force Anoka back behind its goal, and they still can't get out. Peterson behind the net looking to center it and hit the back of the cage. Now controlled there by Carson Nedlin, and rink wide out to center it comes as Moore will play it back into the zone. And now Anoka getting a change here, and that made the defender hold on to the puck. It's played all the way down, and excuse me, I'm growing new lung. Now back behind the net, off to the far side. Here's Peterson, and then he is having some trouble there with Griffin Johnson. 2 assists for the Tornadoes, assisted on both of their goals against Marshall. There's a chance at the left edge and a swipe at it. First good chance for the Tornadoes. Bowled over from behind is Drager. They score! Just good hard work there, and Anoka's got the game tied up. And I believe that'll be Griffin Johnson.
Maybe
no,
Nedlin.
It's 8. It's going to be Nedlin, excuse me.
I think it was Nedlin.
8 and 9 battling for it.
Just sandpaper there, Jeff.
Yep.
Full on sandpaper. They got after it. They were not going to be denied.
Time of the goal will be 11 minutes and 51 seconds. Giving it to Drager. With assists going to Nedlin and Johnson, so Drager got the last touch.
Must have. I thought it was an 8 or 9, like you said.
You wouldn't have known anybody to get one of those goal calls wrong last night, like Mr. Robin Cook might have.
No chance. No chance.
Boy, did he give us a look.
Oh, did he ever?
Goal last night. We could have sworn we heard Robin say it was unassisted. Actually, it had 2 assists. And
we were freaking out up
there.
We
were, yes.
Because it was a clear 3-on-1 play where 2 assists should have been handed out.
And it turned out they were. They just didn't tell us. Now,
correct.
Jaguars break in on the right. Tofty, and he is knocked off to the corner boards. These JV teams played a terrific game as well. Here's a shot right on from Thomas. Pender looking behind him, but the puck was between his pads. 5-5 and settled in a shootout.
Yeah.
That was just a fun game. Jefferson scored a shorthanded goal in the last minute and a half to tie the game at 5.
And then everyone in the office's phone started ringing. What do we do? What do we do? And I'm like, they're kids, for crying out loud. Let them play it out into a shootout. No overtime, but just a shootout. It'll take 2 minutes.
Now,
Anoka won the shootout and had a little something to scream, scream and holler about.
Sure.
I didn't hear the fans complaining.
No.
I didn't hear the hockey players complaining.
That's a good thing. Here's Ganucci into the slot and then bumped at from behind. Here's a shot by Roof, and that might have caught a piece of the goalpost on its way out of the
scary
rink.
stuff.
And we'll get a face-off. 4:06 to go in the first period. 1-1 the score. Drager with the goal. His first, assisted by Nedlund and Johnson. And it's a 1-1 contest. Jaguars get control but lose the battle as it's picked up in the high slot by Roof. Spins, now feeds the near circle. Here's a shot, and that goes wide by Landon Lafferty didn't miss by a whole lot. Now here's Ganucci in the corner, taken in against the boards by Van Brunt. Puck comes up the wall, and Dosen tries to clear it out, and now they do get it to center ice. Caden Larson over the line. Larson looks to center it, and it comes right onto the goaltender. Landon Pender makes the stop. Cohen Caney had the start for Anoka in their game against Marshall. Made 27 saves on 31 shots. He played 6 games for them last year. Dressed his backup tonight.
That's a good team, Duluth Marshall.
Yeah.
They got a lot of weapons this year.
And they have kind of come back a little bit. They had a couple of down seasons.
Maybe a decade of down seasons.
Well,
maybe 8.
A couple here or there.
7 or 8 for sure. They were good in 2018.
Late Brendan Flaherty, their state teams not long ago.
What a good guy.
Very, very nice man. Now behind the Anoka goal from the faceoff, and Griffin Johnson plays it, and it's held by Luke. Along the boards, Anoka trying to get out. 3:18 to go. Now they got 4 shots on goal. Anoka does, 3 of them in the flurry where they scored their goal. Comes right in front of the net, and it's finally batted out of the air at center ice by Luke, and now they try to turn at neutral ice, and Peterson plays it in. After it there, Logan Peterson, and it rolls right to the blue line, and here come the Tornadoes. Drager over the line, backhanded shot, and he chips it behind the net. Karam comes out to the near side wall, and it's then held in rink wide by Logan Pender. Back in the left corner, Kovar. 2:40 to go, and he will stop for a look behind the goal. Wait for his teammates to finish a change. And now here comes Jefferson again. Thomas over the Anoka line. Forced wide. Goes back into the left corner. Now a good pass to the point for Basney, who takes a shot. That was deflected, and again, Landon Pender trying to see if the puck was behind him, and it turns out it wasn't.
That was a good little shot by Basney there. It created a tip and ultimately would have created a rebound had it actually found the net.
Face off.
I love those low shots, 3 to 6 inches off the ice. They're going to create a lot of good things.
Face off to the left. The Anoka goal, 2:22 to go. And now behind the net, backhanded centering pass. Oh, it's loose in the crease, and whacking away at it was Braden Thomas, but Anders Bjorklund. Boy, that was a pass that was just right on the tape. A super backhanded pass, and I think we're going to get.
So Anders Bjorklund, number 17, he's a big kid, right?
Yep.
That's how big he was when he was a peewee. I'm serious. I mean, maybe he's a little bigger, obviously, but he was a big boy in his peewee years.
Now play in the right corner, and as Chosas had his pass picked off, centering pass, tipped away to the near side boards with just over 2 minutes to go, chipped out to center, and here comes Jensen over the line, and he lost it to Bjorklund. And now out to center ice. It's turned and played back in by Blake Weinhold, number 19. And a pass to center ice. Weinhold again chips it off the boards, and Schmitz backtracks to Basney. Bjorklund to center. Thomas over the line. Shoots. Stick save by Landon Pender. And now cleared, but not out. Up the boards, and finally the Tornadoes will carry. Can they get it out of the zone? No, they can't. It's held in there by Braden Thomas. A shot, and Pender makes the save with no rebound. 1:25 to go in the opening period. A 1-1 game. Dosen for Jefferson at 4:26. Drager for Anoka at 11:51.
They're on pace for 40 shots on goal. It's good pace for the Jags.
No power plays as yet in this game. 1:25 to go in the first period. Oh, between the point men and out to center. Donner tries to play it at center, but it's picked off by Roof, who plays it into the zone. Larson backtracking. And at center ice, he goes down, but feeds it ahead, 3 against 3, and over the line, and a centering pass. Nicely done from Van Brunt to Dosen, who couldn't control it. At the right point, Larson, top of the circle. Now they try to bring it in front. Last minute of play as Dosen's centering pass is picked off, and Anoka clears to center ice. Roof chasing after it, but Donner beats him to it, and the puck comes free to center ice. Now Van Brunt lost it, and Lafferty for Anoka. Then bounces off Kovar, lost possession, it's cleared to the near side for Larson. And played down. That should be a hand pass if it's touched, and it's not. So now picked up and played out to center by Logan Pender with 34 seconds to go. Into the zone it comes, and Donner will come out the near side. Now plays it to center, and Doshin is taking a whack at it there. Now he shoots it in rink wide. 20 seconds to go in the period. Logan Pender behind the goal. Now a centering pass, and then a rather powerful hit thrown in front of the goal against Caden Larson. Has him skating to the bench looking for his breath. And now with 3 seconds to go, to the near side it comes, and Sam Moore plays it all the way down, and that'll do it for the first period of play. And our score after one, Anoka 1, Bloomington Jefferson 1. The shots favored the Jags by a margin of 12-5, sir.
I thought that it was a very interesting period. I thought the Jags came out hot, as you kind of expected, in front of the home crowd. But I think after a while, after about 8-minute mark, I felt like Anoka kind of stemmed the tide a little bit. But again, passing plays are what make things happen. And I thought the Jags passing has been way more crisp, and that's what's generating all these scoring opportunities.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back with our second period next. Opener 2025. It's 1-1 after one here on the Youth Hockey Hub. Right back at Bloomington Ice Gardens with Tony Scott, Jeff Pappas, 1-1 after the first period. Anoka and Bloomington Jefferson, and waiting for Anoka to kind of step up the skill level a little bit here.
That's what I'm hoping for. I hope that they can they start zipping that puck around. The Jags have been doing a good job, but give credit to Tornadoes. They've really clogged the middle, taken away the passing lanes. A nice job of that on all three lines.
Every building should have an organ. Every hockey building should have an organ.
Jefferson, Grand Rapids had one.
Yes.
When I was playing in the 80s, they had an organ. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. An actual organ playing. I felt like I was in an NHL rink.
So did UWS back when they were in their Division III championship days. They had an actual organist playing at Westman Arena in Superior. And,
how do you know that?
Because I went to their games.
Why'd you go to their games?
Well, because I like Division III hockey, for one thing.
So did I. My brother.
And they were a good team. They were a good team. They won a national championship up there. We are underway in the second period. And Larson plays it in, takes a shot, stick save Pender behind the goal. And the Tornadoes start right up the middle. Chosas with it at the red line. And that winds up going into the Anoka bench, and we got a stoppage after 14 seconds in the second period of play. Teams attack towards their benches.
I've been watching the coaching staff for Anoka. These guys are just really positive. They're having a good time. They're coaching. They're encouraging.
That's what you like. Now played back in by Jensen, and around on the far side for Larson for the Jaguars, and that comes out to center.
So they were, because of the snow, they were an hour and a half late. They showed up at 4:45 for a 5 o'clock game. Their coaching staff's like, we need about 10 minutes to be ready. We'll be on the ice at 5:15. Talk about not taking yourself too seriously, right? Like somebody's like, we need an hour. We need to get a sauna in. We need to do whatever. We need our stretch, our warm up. No, let's go. Let's play some hockey. I think they were sick of sitting in the bus and they wanted to get out and do something.
Yes.
Hockey was a pretty good anecdote for that.
Well, some teams are like that. Now over the line here is Clayton Luke, and he puts it in front. It winds up deflecting over the glass and out of play. Can I tell you a croquet story?
Let's hear it.
Tom McFarland, back in the day, for the conference jamboree, which he thought was a complete waste of time, would take his team off the ice at the Pine Valley shelter, put them on a bus, still in their practice gear, and they'd go play in the Superior Conference Championship.
Really?
Yes.
Now, was it a one-period thing?
Yeah, it was like
that was a
one
big
or a two-period thing.
That was a big
Back
deal.
in the day, yes, it was. But he didn't think much of it.
That was a big deal.
He didn't think much of it.
I remember the city conference, they'd be at the Minneapolis Auditorium, and all the teams, they'd line up for a picture.
That's nice.
All 8 teams lined up facing for a picture, and they're all 8 varsity teams lined up. It's kind of cool.
All right, from the face-off, it's back in the Jefferson zone. I got one more question I want to ask you about that when we get a break, as the puck is picked up by Clayton Luke. Now out to neutral ice, and Schmitz plays it across to Moore, and he has his pocket picked. Here's a shot, point-blank save, and a rebound, and fanning on it was Lafferty. Boy, a great play to get the puck in front of the net in the first place. And in the second, he had 24 square, and the puck was bouncing on him as the puck played in by Bjorklund for the Jaguars, and he goes to the left of the goal. He's taken out there by Johnson, in against the wall, and they'll play for it there. Logan Peterson now played back, and here's a race for it in the zone as Roof goes after it, and he is headed off by Rupert, now comes around to the near side. I'll get that right sooner or later.
You'll get it right.
And now it's back behind the goal, and Rupert feeds it over to the right side. Now a rink-wide pass gets free to center ice, and Pender now over the line. Tornadoes Carlson plays a DP, goes down, penalty coming, and it's going to go against Kovar for Jefferson. First power play of the game coming up here at the 2:14 mark.
Interference, you could have called roughing, you could have called punching in the face, you could have called, you name it, elbowing.
Lots of different.
He did a lot
options.
In that.
He did.
3 seconds flash,
Power play for Anoka, their first. 0 for 4 against Duluth Marshall. Jefferson's penalty kill 4 out of 4 so far. Tornadoes work to the high slot. And now feed the near side. Once again, Mortensen, left point, high slot. Mortensen as they get umbrella going here. Now a shot, and it goes wide from Drager. Corralled at the left point by Mortensen. And then he lost it, and it's cleared by Van Brunt all the way down the ice. First 30 seconds gone in the power play. 14-14 left in the second period in a 1-1 game. Tornadoes back over the line, and that's Weinhold laying it down behind the net, but it's intercepted, and Karam off the boards slows things up, finally cleared all the way down the ice. And here's Mortensen behind the goal, down to 1:08 left in the Anoka power play. Now to the near side, and over the line. Drager for Anoka tries to center, and it comes out to center ice.
Drager's been a pistol today for the Tornadoes.
Now cleared all the way down the ice by Donner, and now one more rush here as Mortensen starts up with 40 seconds to go in the penalty. He's over the line, sidesteps Bjorklund, but forgot the puck, and now Bjorklund picks it up, and now he starts in. He's got half a step. He goes in, he shoots, he scores! A shorthanded goal by Bjorklund, and that was a no. He did not score. The Jaguars said he did. The referee said he didn't. And back down the ice. I have never seen anything like that. As the Jaguars were celebrating what they thought was a goal, and the goaltender left the net, and Anoka hit it, and it's 2-1. I have never in all my born days seen anything like that.
Oh, wow. We have a program being thrown on the ice. Well, I have seen that before.
Have you? Okay.
Yes, I have seen that before.
And now the referees have some explaining to do, and let's see what they are. Looks like the goal for Anoka is going to stand.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be a power play goal on top of it. Well, that is a punch in the mouth of the Jaguars here.
Describe what you just saw. Describe it. We didn't even really describe what happened.
Well, I mean, I thought Bjorklund had scored a shorthanded goal. He went in, got around the defender, went in and took a shot. It was along the goal line.
Goes out, do his little routine, goes to the corner, leaves the net unattended. They fire it down, and it goes in the net.
I didn't see who shot it. I will say that, but we'll wait for the word on it. It is a power play goal. It comes at 3:50 of the second period, and it is as odd a goal as you'll ever see.
We were here to see it.
We were. Let's hear it. I believe that is Griffin Johnson. We'll have to figure that out. Get some confirmation on it between periods. But it is a power play goal, and it's 2-1 for Anoka with 12:39 to go.
You've seen this game before, right? Where they're now Jags are going to get a penalty. Watch. Not a penalty. The next penalty will be on Anoka, guaranteed.
Well, we'll keep an eye out as the puck comes to the near side, and now played out.
I have seen that one other time.
Have you? Okay. Nice.
I was at Shattuck St. Mary's, and the exact same thing happened. Goalie went into the corner, wasn't paying attention. The guy fired it down, and bingo, right in the back of the net.
Well, now back to what I was going to ask you. You talked about the Minneapolis City Conference preview.
Yeah.
And all those teams gathered there, and now there's only one.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's kind of sad.
Minneapolis and St. Paul,
really,
what do you make of it?
And people take offense that it's just Washburn and Southwest that's left, really. I mean, there's not many kids from other schools playing hockey.
Well, the Novas have made a name for themselves.
I don't think there's such a thing.
Well, they were.
Yeah, way back when, yeah. Both boys and girls programs just go as Minneapolis.
now loose along the far wall, and the Tornadoes clear.
This is going to make for an interesting hockey game.
It is. As Rupert behind the goal now clears up the near wing, and finally picked up by Basney at center ice. He sidesteps a check, carrying on. He gets the puck back and plays it in from center ice. Then he'll head for the bench on a change. They go after it in the corner, and the Tornadoes have it. Mortensen clears, and that will go down the ice for an icing call. 11:28 to go in the second period in a 2-1 game.
What a change of events. Holy smokes. 2-1 Jags to 2-1 Tornadoes in about 3 seconds flat.
That was literally a 2-goal swing in a space of mere moments. But the referee was right on the goal line and made the no-goal call.
Was it the female ref or the male ref? I don't remember.
I don't recall which.
I don't think she was on that on that side.
Now, puck comes to the left of the goal. A backhanded shot and a save made by Smolik against Landon Lafferty, who's had a couple of real good chances. He had one earlier in the period when he couldn't get a rebound shot to settle down. And a face-off to the right of the Jefferson goal as Evan Smolik looks at it.
Lafferty's starting to take control for the Tornadoes.
He's the centerman now, and the puck winds up in the corner for Schmitz. Down to the near side. Jags try the near, and now rink wide to center ice it comes, and it's picked up there by Lafferty again. Fans on a clearing attempt, and Van Brunt holds the zone. Van Brunt plays it down the wall. The Jaguars come in front, a centering pass, and a spectacular save. Off of Braden Thomas, rather. No, it was Donner, 18. I had it right the first time. Follow up once, twice, 3 times. And Van Brunt is stopped by Landon Pender, who is having a good shift. The puck comes down the wing, and here come the Tornadoes in. It's Brady Roof. He takes a shot, a toe save, rebound. It's pounded wide by Ganucci. Good stuff from the Tornadoes, and it's end-to-end stuff here in the second period. Picked up now by Dosen, and he will flip it into the Anoka zone.
Highly entertaining game right now. Highly entertaining.
How'd you like that goaltending by Landon Pender?
Beautiful.
On that?
Sophomore.
That's what you like to see.
I do.
When you know your goaltender's got more tread on the tires here at the high school level, and he plays like that. Backhanded pass by Moore over the line, and Cole Peterson plays it deep. Logan Pender goes after it, and it comes in front, and cleared finally out to center ice by Ganucci. I don't think that was the way he wanted to do it, but he did it. And the Tornadoes have it behind their goal. Griffin Johnson. 9:37 to go in the second period. Tipped in by Carlson. And loose at the left edge. Here's Moore. Now playing it up the near wing, and the Jags come to center ice. Braden Thomas plays it in, and it comes onto the goaltender, Pender, just before Peterson could get to it for the Jaguars. And now here's Thomas along the boards. Thomas lost it on the wall, and the Tornadoes carry it out. Here's Carlson, 2 against 2, and he shoots it in and chases after it behind the goal, and Smolik plays it. Now Anoka from the goal line. It comes to the high slot, laid to the left point. Now Chozas takes a shot. Follow-up shot. That goes wide from Jacob Jones. Now up the slot it comes. Weinhold. He takes the shot. He scores! That was tipped by somebody. And it's 3-1.
Went off a Jaguar defender.
I think it did too. And off the post and in, and it's 3-1 Anoka with 8:54 to go in the second period. Time of this goal will be 8 minutes and 6 seconds.
We got a first varsity
First goal, so they want the puck. Yep. Weinhold gets the goal, his first varsity goal. And Carlson Carlson gets the assist at 8:06 as the puck comes to rest in the glove of Landon Pender. And we get a face-off coming up on the halfway mark in this game. Anoka's been outshot 19-11 and leads 3-1. There's your shots on goal opportunity.
My theory, right?
Yes.
3-1 on 11 shots. That's all that matters. Shots in goal.
Now behind the net, centered by Van Brunt, comes all the way through, and it's Ganucci now for Anoka. Carries it into the zone, and he's going to come out second best on the boards there as Donner plays it around behind. Now Van Brunt plays it up the wall, and it's picked up now by Lafferty. Tries to come in front, and stolen away by Caden Larson, who banks it off the boards, and it comes all the way back into the zone. Here's a race for it, and here's Van Brunt getting there first. He centers it, and Landon Pender makes the save against the post with 8:09 to go in the second period. Other scores today. We got some. Minnetonka,
the big one.
Another shutout, 3-0 over Shakopee.
That's not the big one. Give me the big one.
Oh, the big one. Well, depends. Hermantown and Hill Murray play
2-2.
with 2-2
That's
tie.
not a surprise.
Okay.
Give me the big one.
About Maple Grove over Grand Rapids, 3-0.
Nah, I need another one.
Why don't we try Stillwater
There
2,
you
St. Thomas
go.
Academy,
There
nothing.
you go.
There
Thank you very much.
I was just kind of playing along there.
You knew what I was asking for.
I knew exactly what you were asking for. And here are the Jaguars in possession. And trying to find some space. Bjorklund backhands it down the wall. Now it comes to the circle, and it's poked out, and Anoka gets it to center ice. And Kovar back to the near side now for Braden Thomas. Back to the defender Kovar, now played up the middle, and slipping there was Caden Springer, and I don't think he wanted to do that. Check that, 13 was Evan Drager.
I think Bjorklund's got some sweet justice coming to him soon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it went in or not. Do you?
I thought it went in. I saw it behind the line, but
I did not see it either way.
I am not, in a position to judge authoritatively, but I thought it went in. Obviously, Bjorklund thought it went in. And sometimes you take your cue from that, but in any event, it didn't count. And that's what matters is Kovar plays it down the wall. And now here's Bjorklund. Backhanded, centering pass, and it hops Donner, comes to the near side. 6:57 to go in the second period. Tornadoes by 2 on unfriendly ice as it's cleared all the way down into the Jefferson zone. And it's going to be stopped there by Smolik. And Anoka hustling to finish a change, and coming over the line is Bjorklund. He goes down, and there's
cross check.
There's your penalty.
All day long. That wasn't a fluky one. I was waiting for like a fluky.
He earned that.
Yeah, that was earned.
And it'll be Blake Weinhold, the aforementioned. And the time of the penalty is 10 minutes and 20 seconds. And
I know, but this is a press area. Can you sit in the bleachers? I'm just getting on there. I'm sorry. I don't care the yelling all you want, but just right over there would be great.
All right, power play for Jefferson, 0 for 2 so far. And Anoka with a perfect penalty kill coming into this game. Minute 51 to go. And now here come the Jags. Dojan over the line. Now high in the slot. Schmitz fires through traffic. Might have caught the goaltender. Comes to the near corner. And Lafferty will pick it up and clear it. Back to center ice.
There.
Yes. Schmitz chops it out of the air. Now he's over the line. Schmitz. Back to the high slot. Now feeds the far side for Dojan. Back to Schmitz. He shoots. Save made. And the puck loose to the corner. 45 seconds gone in the power play. Schmitz collects at the right point. Works to the top of the circle. Shoots. Saved by Pender. Puck up the slot, and Lafferty will bank it off the glass to center ice. And we're going to get a slashing penalty against Frankie Schmitz here, as he caught a whole bunch of Brady Roof as he tried to relay the puck down the ice. And Schmitz will get the penalty.
What do you think? Do you think that's a slash?
No.
I don't either.
I don't. But
that's just a loud stick on stick there. But you know what? Trying to be objective here.
Yes.
As a Bloomington resident. Trying to be objective.
Well, I live in White Bear Lake. I have no dog in this fight.
Yep. I like what I see out of Anoka, though. They got some energy.
All right, so now we're going to have 4-on-4 for a minute 2, followed by a quick power play for the Tornadoes, and it's cleared down the ice and not far enough for icing as Aiden Dalgleish, number 2, plays it ahead. And now Anoka will play out to center ice. Over the line they come with Ganucci, and he is having a tough time. 4-on-4 hockey for another 40 seconds. And here comes Bjorklund. Over the line, Bjorklund closing in. And that's cleared around behind the net to the far side. Ganucci clears, and that is going to be icing with 29 seconds left.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Did they say the defender could have played that? They waved it off.
I don't think he made much of an attempt. I think that's why he waved it off.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, had he waved his stick back toward it, he didn't even wave his stick at it.
Okay.
So I think the referee's like, hey, you got to at least wave at it.
Now loose at neutral. 5 seconds remaining until the power play for Anoka. Now here's Logan Pender over the line. They're on the power play now. They're second. And it winds up behind the Jefferson goal, and it's cleared by Van Brunt all the way down the ice. 50 seconds left in this short power play for Anoka. And they will come over the line, and here's Roof going behind the goal. Roof drops it to the circle. Griffin Johnson high in the slot for Logan Pender. A shot saved by Smolik. 30 seconds in the power play, and Anoka set up shop in the offensive zone. Here is Pender. Logan Pender off to the left side for Johnson. The shot goes off the glass. Karams towards the right point, and Anoka will hold the zone. They play it back deep to the corner with 13 seconds to go, and now it's cleared. And that should just about do it for the second power play. 3:47 to go in the second period. Anoka in charge 3-1. And loose at the red line, in the referee's crease, as we call it in the business.
Yes.
And now here is Lafferty. And didn't like what he saw, so he circled back. Now Lafferty plays to the right, and it's backhanded ahead by Nedlund deep in the Jefferson zone. Basney around to the far side, and here's a shot right on. Rebound chance, and Nedlund nearly plated Brady Roof's rebound. Puck comes back to center, and it's shot in, saved by Smolik as it's right on goal. 3:05 to go in the period. And now deep into the Anoka zone as Bjorklund goes after it, and a big hit there. Penalty is coming. And now Jefferson will go back on the power play with 2:52 to go in the second period.
I'm curious what this penalty is going to be for. This female referee is very good. Elbow. She's a very good official. She reffed the JV game too.
Yep.
She can skate like the wind. She's got a firm grasp of what's going on out there.
Josas, the penalty for elbowing at 14:08. Second power play for Jefferson. They could use a goal. Here's Schmitz. High on the slot. Shoots. It's off the traffic. Picked up by Dosen. And then it's tipped on out. Nice piece of defense there from Drager. And now the Jags come in over the line. It's Larson. Right circle as the goalie looks at it. Now Braden Thomas back to Schmitz, back to Thomas. Cross ice to the far side for Dosen. Now that is deflected, comes to the blue line and out to center. And again, some staunch defense there by Drager. It's played back into the Anoka zone.
They're suffocating right up on the hash marks there. Right when it gets to that sidewall, Anoka's going after it.
All right, here's a centering pass. And that's a terrific stop on Caden Larson as Schmitz put it right across.
What a
diagonal pass. Terrific pass, and the goaltender had the answer.
He's had the answer pretty much all night.
Dosen scored the first goal for Jefferson 4:26 into the game, and they haven't scored since. 1:59 to go in the second period. Shots are 11-9 for Jefferson in the second period. And they have a minute left of power play as of right now. Kovar, second power play unit on, takes the shot. It's over the top. A rebound to Chayton Luke on the near side. Rink wide pass. And here's Donor with it in the high slot. To the right side. Here's a shot that goes high from Bjorklund. 40 seconds to go in the power play. And Donner has it. Comes down the near side and trying to come in front is Luke. He takes a shot and it's right into the midsection. And Pender makes the save with 34 in the power play and 1:26 left in period 2.
I was wondering if they're going to come back. Yeah, they're coming back with their top power play line now here, and they'll probably skate the rest of the period. Kind of like we saw last night with Holy Angels.
Now, from the draw, it comes to the left point for Braden Thomas. Now over to Schmitz again. Schmitz working in, and he's forced back. And a sweep check, knocks it off his stick. Nice defense by Lafferty there. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Lafferty cuts off the wide pass, but now they come up the near side. And here comes Braden Thomas over the line. And we're in the last minute of play in the period, and Thomas just barged right through the crease and couldn't get a shot away. And they score! Dawson's second goal of the game, and that's one Jefferson could use, and he went short side. And it's now 3-2 in the last minute of the second period.
Now I can say some constructive things about that terrible power play that Jefferson just had. They turned it over like 4 times. 4 turnovers in one power play. I'm like, oh God, that's gonna kill him later. And sure enough, after the power play expires, Blake Dosen just walks in and says, no more turnovers, top shelf instead.
We'll wait for the assists. His second goal of the game. He has both Jaguar goals. So Thomas and Larson getting assists on the goal at 16:02. Now the Jaguars putting pressure on again, and a shot somehow got through. Here's a wraparound attempt, and Pender got to the post somehow, and that denied Cole Peterson as the puck is shot in rink wide with 13 seconds to go by Nedlund. Comes around behind the goal. Nedlund has it, looking for somebody in front. Here's a sharp angled shot, and it's deflected off the goal post. Scramble with 4 seconds to go, and that, you wonder how it doesn't go in, as Charlie Jensen had a open net, the goaltender down, and put it into the goaltender. It deflected off the crossbar and back underneath.
What a play. He feeds the puck through the slot. He one-handed, like ski jumped it over the goalie's shoulder, and it hits the crossbar, comes down right on the goal line, and Smolik covers it before it went in the net. What a play.
4 seconds to go in the period. Puck down. It goes to the corner, and that's the end of the second period. Anoka scores twice, once in somewhat controversial circumstances.
That's the difference in this game right now.
Right now it is. Second period shots, 14-10 for Jefferson. For the game, 26-15. And the second period goals, Johnson on the power play, and one of the oddest goals you'll see. At 3:50, Weinhold at 8:06, his first varsity goal, and then Dosen's second of the game at 16:02. And hold on to your hats, should be a good third period.
Should be fun.
All right, let's take a break. After 2 periods, it's 3-2 Tornadoes. This is the opener, 2025 on Youth Hockey Hub. third period underway here from Bloomington Ice Gardens. It's 3-2 Anoka over Bloomington Jefferson. Jeff Pappas with you. Glad to have you along tonight for the opener 2025. And it's played back behind the goal to the far side for Anoka. Jensen has to play it up the wall. And now high in the slot, here's Kovar. That's picked off, and Anoka starts back. They have a 2-on-1. Early pass. Here's Mortensen shooting. Save a rebound, and it's chipped wide by Ganucci. Now here come the Jaguars back. And over the line, Larson throws it in front, and boy, Schmitz nearly had Pender leaning the wrong way. Here's a shot. Pender made a stop there against Chayton Luke, and now it's cleared towards the left point, and finally out to center. The Tornadoes break back. And here's Moore. Check that. Mortensen shooting it in. And now the Jaguars in control. First minute gone here in the third period. 3-2 the score. And now played into the zone, and it's offside as Ganucci came in with Lafferty in a little bit too early on the right.
Quite a start, huh?
Yes. Certainly take it.
Wow. This game's been not as fast as the other night, last night, but holy smokes, just as entertaining.
Gritty in a lot of ways, too.
Yeah.
Now here is Lafferty playing it over to the far side for Logan Pender, who shoots it in. And Donner goes behind the goal for Jefferson. He tries to come out the near side, and he's headed off there. And they'll scrape away at it along the boards. Finally picked up there by Braden Thomas and cleared behind the Jefferson goal. Back to Thomas on the right. Now a pass to Luke, and now that's intercepted. And here's a 2-on-1 down low. A backhanded shot by Ganucci as Lafferty again set him up. And now cleared. Jefferson brings it in, and a centering pass winds up going off of Bjorklund and wide. Now runs up the slot. And finally poked out to center by Ganucci, who won a test of strength there. Now Lafferty for Anoka has possession, looking for some help. And he plays across to the near side for Griffin Johnson. And he gets in deep, centers it, save Smolik, and now it comes off to the right side. Finally cleared, and here comes Jefferson's Frankie Schmitz over the line. Schmitz gets past one, but lost the puck. And Roof for Anoka clears to the near side corner. Tornadoes looking for their first win. Jefferson 2-0 in their early starts, and now loose along the boards. And finally picked up by Ben Carlson for Anoka, clears around the near side. And to the right point, Basney. His shot is deflected, and the rebound is cleared the length of the ice. Anoka needs a stoppage, and they get one with 14:21 to go in the third period.
I was in the media office of YHH here at Bloomington Ice Garden, and Andrew Ritter, our photographer, was right on the goal line.
Was he?
And has photographic proof that the puck did not go in.
Did not go in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. By the way, after the remodel, where is the YHH Media Center?
We don't tell anyone.
Least
It's
of all
secret.
me.
We have a vaulted room. No one can get in. You need a fingerprint password.
All right.
And
retinal scan?
Retinal scan.
Yeah.
Both.
Both. All right. Out to center, Larson back in for the Jaguars. Spins at the right point. Now tries to split two defenders. Good pass to the left for Van Brunt. Takes a shot, he scores! And Van Brunt has tied the game at 3 at the 3:11 mark of the third period. Mason Van Brunt, and Jefferson is back on level terms.
You can't give him that much time. I mean, he had all day. He probably picked off 3 different corners.
First goal for Van Brunt, and the Jags are back even at 3-3. So it's Larson getting the assist. Caden Larson has assisted on the last 2 Jefferson goals. Now here's a loose puck in front, and the Jags play out to neutral ice. This is Luke over the line in the circle. He shoots. Bad save. Rebound. They score! Anders Bjorklund, and he gets his revenge. It's 4-3 Jefferson as they strike twice quickly here in the third period. Bjorklund on Luke's rebound, and it's 4-3 Jefferson.
Wow, Bjorklund, I told you he was going to get revenge tonight. I could feel it, Jeff.
So that's 2 goals in 30 seconds for the Jags, and they now lead it 4-3, their first lead since 1-0.
Boy, how things turn in 3 minutes, huh?
Even 30 seconds as it's played back in. And now a centering pass and a shot by Lafferty goes wide. Rebound as Anoka's buzzing. Lafferty shoots. It's loose in the crease. And it's under the goaltender. Pushes and shoves being exchanged. 2 more terrific chances for Landon Lafferty, Tony.
Great save by Molick. Lafferty's been on fire this entire game and has been just shut down big time.
Face-off coming up to the left of the Jefferson goal. 12:56 to go, and now it's Anoka that has to chase the game, trailing by 1.
Got to give credit to the Jefferson student section out here on Thanksgiving, just keeping the crowd live.
And the face-off is now being called outside as they're going to say that Roof was in the crease.
Oh, he's going to say that the D-man came down below the hash marks after the whistle.
Okay, all right.
Which is a delay game, but not a delay of game, if you know what I mean.
And no icing as the puck comes back into the Anoka zone. Springer after it in the corner. Lost out to Van Brunt. Scorer one of the 2 third-period goals for Jefferson. We'll see if the Tornadoes have another comeback in them. Over to the near side. One-time shot. That goes wide from Kovar. Now puck in front of the goal, and the Tornadoes break out, but they can't control it. Bouncing puck, and Ganucci could not save it from Van Brunt, but now over the line, Lafferty, spinorama going in, and now he centers it. Oh, and a great stop by Smolik against Ganucci at the right edge of the crease. Boy, we're seeing some good goaltending here.
It was like a magnet. That puck just found Smolik there. I don't know how he made that save.
Terrific pass from Lafferty.
Yeah, it was great play.
And face-off will come to the right of the Jefferson goal. 12-12 left in the third period. 4-3 Jags. Puck cleared to the far side and tipped out by Tofty back into the Anoka zone. Josas reverses up the wall, and now it's picked up at center ice by Fancher, and he plays it on in. Moore behind the goal. Now in the left corner, Schmitz. And Jefferson breaks out to center ice, and over the line they come. This is Tofty, and he's tied up, lost possession. Puck cleared down the wing and back to neutral ice where Moore backtracks and feeds over to Schmitz. Played into the zone, and the shot goes back around behind the net to the near side. Peterson, and he lost out on the boards. Tornadoes play to center, and now it's loose at center ice. Finally claimed by Logan Peterson. Pass to the left side, and here's Luke over the line, and then he ran into Weinhold. Puck chipped out to center ice, and now the Tornadoes start back. And here is Drager over the line to the right, and a shot by Nedlund goes wide. Comes out to center ice, and a nice skate to stick there by Thomas, but then it's broken up at the blue line. And finally played back into the zone, rink wide to the near side for Logan Pender. Less than 11 minutes to go. And it's been a good one here from Bloomington Ice Garden as the Jaguars lead it. Now here's a sharp angled shot from Braden Thomas that goes behind the goal off the goaltender. And now the Tornadoes start
Penalty
to center
coming up
ice.
on the Jags, I think.
Behind the play, yes. It's 6:23 of the third period. We have a slashing penalty. And the penalty is against Braden Thomas. Power play number 3 for Anoka. 1 for 2 so far. Now picked up by Schmitz from the faceoff, cleared but held at the right by Logan Pender. Slashing is the penalty, and now Ganucci plays it around behind to the near side. And that is Griffin Johnson. Over to the right for Lafferty, and then that's knocked out to center ice, and here's a race for it. And Pender will get there. Pender will be forced back behind the net. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Long pass to center, tipped ahead by Brady Roof to the right of the goal. Schmitz has it for Jefferson, clears, and it's knocked down up the wall. And now Anoka trying to make something happen. Lafferty tried to come in front, lost possession, and it's cleared by Schmitz. Coming up on halfway through this power play, and Anoka still looking for its first shot on goal as Logan Pender comes over the line. Pender takes a shot. Stick save by Smolik off to the near boards, and the Tornadoes will keep it. Pender, they go behind the goal, loose at the left edge, and it bounces up the slot. And a centering pass as Ganucci open in front. Lafferty again. Very effective game, but just not able to find the range. Here's a shot from the right point by Pender that goes wide. 30 seconds in the power play. Here's Griffin Johnson.
He might get his revenge now, the Bjorklund revenge.
Now a pass to the right. Here's a shot right on, and again Lafferty denied by Evan Smolik.
Smolik has had Lafferty's number all night long. 9:01 to go. Shots 31-22. Anoka's coming back on that SOG stat.
They have the advantage here in the third period. 7-5. They still have 25 seconds of power play left as they try to find a tying goal. Up the slot it comes. Here's a shot that's off the traffic, taken by Mortensen, and a broken stick on the ice won't help matters any as the Tornadoes play it back into the zone, but they lose it rink wide. And with 13 seconds to go in the power play, it's picked up there by Weinhold. And now here's Mortensen over the line. He takes a shot that goes off the defender Moore and wide as the penalty comes to an end, and Jefferson's back at full strength halfway through the third period. Cleared around to the right side for Anoka's Mortensen in the circle, peels back. Mortensen centers it, and it comes all the way through. Here's Weinhold, trying to backhand one in front of the net, loose, and it's loose in the slot, but it's picked up by Braden Thomas, and back comes Jefferson over the line. Thomas closing, got by the defender, going in on goal. He shoots, and a terrific stop by Pender. And it's underneath him. He went post to post to take that one away from Braden Thomas. A sparkling save by Landon Pender with 8:12 to go.
He made two big saves there. Obviously the initial breakaway, half breakaway save, then the rebound to get it after it slid out of his grasp was a great play too.
And he caught maybe a little bit of a tired Anoka defense after that power play. They're a little flat-footed. And Thomas went right around him. 8:12 to play in the third period. Jefferson leads it by 4-3. Now here's a shot right on. Pender makes the save on Thomas. So Landon Pender is going to be one to watch.
Yeah. He's going to get a lot of shots in the Northwest Suburban Conference this year.
Face off with 8:06 to go now. It's Thomas against Lafferty.
I'm going to throw something at you in a minute that I've already talked about on my podcast on a million different occasions, and I'm going to get your buy-in here.
All right. Play in the Anoka zone. And Luke has it in the corner, and then he is rubbed out against the boards by Aiden Dalglish. And to a side in the corner. Now goes behind the net. The Jefferson player's lost his stick. Luke and now gets it back. Jags keep possession. Here's Thomas into the slot. He fires. Stick save, Pender. Rebound off to the right boards. And now behind the goal, here's Chayton Luke. Stopping it back, and a shot by Van Brunt goes wide. Now cleared and down the wing, and here comes a 2-on-1 for Anoka. It's Roof closing in. The pass comes up the slot, a shot, and another stop on Lafferty by Smolik. And you got to be wondering what he's got to do now, I would think.
Yeah, he is just snake bit right now, and it's all, Anoka, all Anoka right now.
And it's picked up and cleared to center. Nice pass, Thomas over the line. Over to the right for Bjorklund. He takes the centering pass. They score! Cole Peterson, and it's 5-3 Jags with 6:43 to go.
That was a wonderful stretch pass. Wow. And that set the whole thing up. Schmidt's got it all the way down the ice, 125 feet in about a half a second. And they were off. The Jags were off to the races.
Great third period performance from Jefferson here. 3 goals.
You're leaving somebody very important out of this equation. It's the goaltender,
yes.
Evan Smolik. Cole Peterson gets the other assist.
Well, Cole Peterson, Logan Peterson gets the assist.
Bjorklund got one too.
Yep. Now Jefferson can see the finish line ahead, a centering pass, and Tofty nearly connected as back comes Anoka. And into the zone, Ben Carlson comes to the near boards. A shot from the wing by Drager. Save made, rebound in front. It's lying loose. Drager crashes. Here's a spin and shoot by Carlson. Didn't have much on it. And it comes off to the near board. So Anoka centers it, and Drager cannot control it. It's kicked at by Tofty, who dropped his stick in his sweep check attempt. Now the puck comes off to the boards on the far side. Logan Peterson trying to play it ahead. And now banked on out to center ice. So Cole Peterson is wearing 20, and Logan Peterson is wearing 15. Now here come the Jags. They score! And you better get the Petersons right because they got another one. And this goal makes it 6-3, second of the night for Van Brunt. Second goal of the third period, actually, and it comes at 11 minutes and 15 seconds.
I'm not sure that Blake Doshin's going to get an assist on that one, but he blew up Anoka forward in the neutral zone, and that spurred the whole thing.
So now Caden Larson's got 3 assists tonight, and Anoka takes his timeout.
No assist to Doshin, but he set the whole thing up with that big hit.
All right, I had
what a passing connection between Peterson and Van Brunt, too, to finish it off.
So it's Logan Peterson with a goal at 10-17. I had the pay attention to the roster here.
Yep, 15 got the goal.
At the
from Cole Peterson.
Yep. So Jefferson now nearly home and dry with 5:45 to play, but Anoka still has something to say about the outcome here, and I think it's too bad that Landon Pender has played so well.
He's allowed 6 goals.
He's allowed 6 goals.
It's amazing.
And you can't say he's played a bad game.
Oh, God, no. So every goal Jefferson had has been unbelievable. And for that matter, one of the 3 goals by Anoka has been unbelievable.
Yes.
In all caps, unbelievable.
Okay. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Jags now lead at 6-3, and they have possession.
In the first period, I said Pender's going to face 40 shots. We're at 38 right now. Think they can hit it?
I wouldn't bet against him.
No, I wouldn't either.
As Dalglish plays it in, and Smolik with a stick save, and he winds up behind the net. Moore feeds up the near side, and now Mortensen centers it. Long shot goes over the top by Jensen. And now the Jaguars clay it all the way down the ice, and that will be icing on Jefferson with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 4 goals in the third period for Jefferson. Van Brunt at 3:11, Bjorklund at 3:41, It's Logan Peterson at 10:17 and Van Brunt again at 11:15. It's Schmitz in control. And will face off ahead. Man pass to Braden Thomas. Rink wide, too far for Luke. It goes on goal. And now it's played back behind the net by Springer. And he gets decleated there. And a penalty is coming on Jefferson that is not a good one. As it comes on out to center.
That's a mystery call. What did you think that? What's this call going to be? He just buried him into the boards.
Well, I was following the puck, so I didn't see the hit.
He hit him hard. I didn't really see what they're going to call on that.
And it's against Braden Thomas, second consecutive
I'll say
penalty.
this. It was a vicious legal hit. That would be the way I would describe it.
Okay. 12-12 is the
They're
time.
discussing this like this could be like a 5. Yep.
It is a 5. It's boarding.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It is a major penalty.
I don't know if it was boarding. I was not. Maybe the player was really far from the boards. Could have been. I don't think it was.
So with 4:48 to go, Anoka gets a major power play.
Yeah, Matt Elson's saying down here, he keeps pointing down his corner. It was that elbowing to the head down here that he wanted more than 2 minutes for. And down here, you got the boarding, the opposite. Yeah, he keeps pointing that corner. And it was that elbowing call in the corner.
All right, so Thomas is done for the rest of regulation time. And it's immediately cleared down the ice. And here's a race for it. Van Brunt is going to get there first in the corner. And he is taken in against the boards gently by Griffin Johnson.
Mason's a Division I lacrosse commit. I think he knows how to pin a ball down, a puck down just fine.
Now played into the Jefferson zone, and Schmitz goes back for it, clears around to the near side, and it's picked up by Griffin Johnson. Now they try to come off the wall and lose it there. Now here's Johnson. He takes a shot. It's off the traffic. Rebound in front, and the Tornadoes trying to make something happen. Played over to the near side, and a shot once, twice, rebound! They score! And it's Ganucci. And this power play will continue. And it's 6-4 with 4:07 to go, so don't change your channel.
What about that slow fly? Come on!
12 minutes and 53 seconds of the third period, and Anoka is back on the board. It's 6-4, and their power play continues.
We have been thoroughly entertained in this hockey.
We have. Griffin Johnson gets the only assist, and now here comes Anoka. 3:50 to play. They'll close in, loose in the slot. Here's another shot by Ganucci, and that was turned away. Now a giveaway on the boards, and Bjorklund has a chance to carry it, and he will take his time bringing it up the ice. He gets over the line and loses possession, and now Ganucci had it run off his stick, and Rupert lost it. Back comes Lafferty over the line. Lafferty's shot is blocked, and Lafferty again in the slot, feeds the near circle. Here's a shot, and that goes off the goaltender and out of play. Griffin Johnson with a shot from the dot. 3:21 to go. Anoka still needs 2, but they've got a power play. So we shall see.
3:21 is an eternity when you have a major penalty.
6-4 the score. Face-off win for the Tornadoes. And Mortensen leaves it for Weinhold. On the near side for Jensen. The corner winds up behind the net. Griffin Johnson High in the slot, and that pass got away. Griffin Johnson goes back for it. Jensen. Loose behind the goal. Tornadoes trying to set up their offense. 2:50 to go. And they get the puck on the near side. It's cleared up the middle, and the Jags will carry to center. Here's Luke. 2 against 2 over the line, and then he lost it in the left corner and then heads back as Mortensen comes back for Anoka. Jefferson changing penalty killers. Mortensen had it poke checked away on a nice play by Van Brunt, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. 2:28 left.
All the Jefferson defenders in the neutral zone, one of them makes a run at the puck carrier.
And now here come the Tornadoes again. Mortensen passes to the left for Drager. Poke checked away, and it's played back in offside by Weinhold. And with 2:15 left, did you pull your goalie here?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
I love asking questions I know the answer to.
That's an easy one. With each minute of where you're down, you pull the goalie. 2 minutes left, you get your goal. You're down 2 goals, you got to pull it. Yeah, I know you're on the power play, but you need to set it up, and you need bodies to get to loose pucks, especially 6-on-4.
Now Pender, near side. Here's Roof. Goalie stays in for the time being. And now over the line is Lafferty. And he goes down, goaltender halfway out, and has to come back in as the puck is cleared back into the Anoka zone. 1:45 left.
The Jags have not entered the offensive zone yet, so there's no point in keeping the goalie down there, nursing the crease.
Chance in front. Oh, and a good screen save off Ganucci, who is now
Here comes the goalie
goaltender
now.
off, and it's 6-on-4 now with 1.5 minutes to play. Puck behind the goal, and it's picked up by Schmitz, and he clears it the length of the ice. And going back for it now is Logan Pender with a sense of urgency. 1:17 to go, and they need 2 goals.
Now the clock doesn't seem very intimidating for the Jags.
And does not. And here is Schmitz, who's the long shift defensively. It comes to Lafferty, and he can't play it out. And now it's tipped ahead rink wide as we hit the last minute. And the Jags appear to be on their way here. It's 6-4. Anoka one more shot on this power play. Long pass, chopped at, and knocked into the zone by Roof, but getting there first is Schmitz in the right corner. And with 40 seconds to go, here's a shot by Lafferty that's off the defense. Follow-up, and that one is deflected as Ganucci tried his luck. Now again, Lafferty in the circle, backhanded shot, comes down in front, loose, scramble, and where is it? Loose at the left edge, and again, Carlson poking at it, centering pass, Van Brunt can't get it out. Now he has it with 19 seconds left, he's 2-on-1, and a poke check and a lovely one there, wins it back for Lafferty. Over the line, Lafferty trying to close in, and Schmitz takes him off the puck. Now in the corner, we're gonna get a penalty and a stoppage with 8.8 seconds to play. And Landon Lafferty, who could be of any player on the ice, excused for feeling frustrated, is going to take a penalty. Oh, it's not Lafferty, excuse me.
Lafferty's going to the showers.
Oh, he's gone. Okay,
yeah.
So there's 2 penalties here.
I don't know what they're going to call here, but
Well, then that would be a penalty being served by Roof.
I don't even know what this call is going to be.
Well, 2 of them are going. It's on both. Lafferty and Roof. So a minor penalty on the board for Roof at 16 minutes and 51 seconds. And it's not on the board, but Lafferty has taken a penalty.
Yeah, Lafferty's got the misconduct. Now, the ref's job right now is not to call a bunch of penalties. The ref's job is to get these kids out of this building safe.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a brawl here in the next 8 seconds. In some corner, you've seen this before,
I've
Jeff.
seen it 100 times.
I've been to this movie before. There's going to be a brawl, not bench clearing, anything crazy. There's going to be a punch thrown. you got to just stifle it, right?
Now the explanation to the Anoka bench.
I'd like to see a score sheet of this one afterwards.
I got one right here.
No, the penalties.
Well, let's see. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 penalties in this game. And they'll have to have someone serve, and Jensen is going to come over to serve for Lafferty. And that, as the puck goes behind the net with 4 seconds to go, will be it.
Hoping for no injuries here. There you go, good.
And Lafferty makes a misconduct at 16:51. And I'm not sure what the penalty was for Roof, but
Still
in
don't
any
know.
event, he is off as well, and the game is over. And the final score tonight is Bloomington Jefferson 6, Anoka 4, with 4 goals in the third period for the Jaguars.
We're going to interview one of those two goal guys, Goshen or Van Brunt, after the game. Thanks for tuning in to this broadcast. Another great job by you, Mr. Pappas.
Thank you, sir.
Another opener is opened.
It is. Final shots, 38-27 for the Jags, 12-14 and 12 by periods, 5-10 and 12 for Anoka for a total of 27. Anoka 2 for 5 on the power play, Jefferson 0 for 2. And Landon Pender, 32 saves on 38 shots. And Evan Smolik, 23 saves on 27 shots. And that'll do it for us. For Tony Scott, Jeff Pappas, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.